It's day 10 of the lockdown, and today on Sport SA Daily Diaries, we're chatting to Spartan coach and obstacle racer Marco Caromba. Good afternoon, Marco. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Adam?
Yeah, very good, thanks. I believe you're one of the lucky ones and you're not in Joburg at the moment. Tell us where you are.
I'm very blessed. We're on a farm in the Drakensberg.
Oh, fantastic. So you've got a big garden outside, I presume.
I've got a very big garden, yeah. No one around me, so I can pretty much do as I please, which is pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's brilliant. So I presume you've been hiking and running and staying fit and doing it the Spartan way.
We're definitely trying.
Okay. Tell us what you've been doing, Marco.
Well, I was doing a hike this morning, a nice long hike this morning, and we trying to simulate obstacle runs here still and putting on virtual obstacle runs, but we're running them while we're here on the farm. So trying to keep as busy and as fit as I can.
Okay. So Marco, talk to us about obstacle runs. Obviously, you are the only Spartan official coach in South Africa, and you also run the Spartan franchise. Tell us what it is to be a Spartan coach, first of all.
We do Spartan SGX, which is just group training. And it's the way we train people to do functional training, but to help them with obstacles and running and getting through obstacles and learning how to train for specific obstacles.
Okay. And can you give us some examples of obstacles that you do?
Obstacles that we do?
Yeah.
So we do everything from monkey bars, we do multi-rigs, we do sandbag carries, bucket carries, a lot of climbing, a lot of hills.
So if someone wanted to get into Spartan racing, they would need to be relatively fit, huh?
Not if you start with our sprint. The sprint is to rip anybody off the couch. That's our 5 kilometer, 20 obstacles. So pretty much that's for anybody. Ideally, it is better to be a little bit fit than not to come in totally blind. But we've had a lot of people come into our races and they've come straight off the couch, basically.
Okay, brilliant. And you yourself, you're obviously also a Spartan racer. You've been overseas and raced there?
I do a little bit, yes.
Okay. And you were telling me the other day you did one race where you tore the ligaments in your arm very early in the race and you carried on racing. Tell us a bit about that.
I traveled very far to end that race so early. So it was 7.5 kilometers into a 55 kilometer ultra. I tore the bicep tendon straight off the bone. So we carried on and we did a lot of burpees, but we did finish the race. We didn't get pulled off the course.
Jeepers, that's amazing. I mean, you must have been doing that in some serious discomfort.
It was a bit, but again, I traveled a long distance. I wasn't going to come off. We had to get it done.
Where was that, Marco?
Lake Tahoe in the States, Lake Tahoe.
Okay. And tell us, have you been to international races in other parts of the world?
I'm going to think now. Yeah, we've done Poland, I've done the Netherlands, quite a few in the States, and some in the UK.
And tell me, how does the competition compare in those countries abroad compared to South African participants here?
We've got some really top guys in our elite fields and our age group that are doing quite well. The guys overseas, they've got a lot of choices. There's a lot of races, way more races than we've got for the guys to train for and to race. And they're the guys train on really big mountains. That's where they race. So our guys are getting there. We've got a lot of guys who are competing. I compete age group. I don't compete in the elites, but we've got a lot of guys coming up.
Okay. And what is the difference, Marco, between something like a Spartan race and the other obstacle races out there, such as Warrior, Impy, and those sorts of ones?
It comes down to, I think, obstacles and the race distances that you do. So if you look at ours, we have a 5K, a 10K, a 21 kilometer, which is the half marathon, and we have the ultra. So there's no one around who's pretty much doing those distances that we're doing. And then we standardize our obstacles. So pretty much if you do a race here with me in South Africa, those same obstacles, you're going to do them in Singapore, Thailand, the UK, and in the States. So you pretty much know what you get.
And is there a world championship of any form for Spartan? So if you had a great, talented athlete in South Africa, would they be able to go and test their skills against the rest of the world?
Definitely. Our World Championships is being held in Abu Dhabi in December, and that is the 21 kilometer. And then we have the Trifecta World Championships in Greece, which is beginning of November. That's where we would test all three distances, the 5, the 10, so the sprint, the super, and the beast. And then the Ultra World Championships is being held in the States in October. And that's the 50 kilometer.
So if you were chatting to a guy on a couch, how would you convince him to come and do a Spartan race and actually get him off that couch and into the Spartan way of life?
Well, I'd tell him to come and try something new and different. So come out, even if it's a walk, doesn't have to be a run. It's 5 kilometers. You've got the whole day to do the 5Ks and try some really good obstacles.
Okay. Well, that's brilliant. Thanks, Marco. It's been good to chat to you. Do you have any thoughts or advice for South Africans out there at the moment that don't have the Drakensberg as their back garden, that are stuck in Joburg or CBD somewhere, on how to stay fit and what to do to get through this period?
Definitely stay as active as you can. There's a lot of virtual challenges out there that are going on. We're putting on a lot of virtual challenges on Spartan. So just keep yourself as busy as you can, definitely. And don't give up, not just yet.
And they can follow you, obviously, on Facebook and Instagram to get those challenges out.
Definitely.
Brilliant, Marco. It's been great chatting to you today. Thank you very much. And good luck with the rest of the lockdown.
Oh, awesome. Thanks. And you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Marco.
Thanks,
In tomorrow's edition of Sport SA Daily Diary, we'll be chatting to MC, broadcaster and writer Dan Nicol.